We're mowing fifth cutting today. There is something out here. It's not a huge bumper crop, but you know, there is hay out here. I think it's worth cutting. We had a lot of good rain early on, so the grass is definitely stronger than fourth cutting was, but then the rain shut off and I didn't get as much rain as I would have liked, but I think it'll do more than last cutting. Obviously, you can see there is a lot more grass in this cutting. There are definitely some thick spots like in here. I think it'll do all right. Fourth cutting, we really didn't have any rain during that time, so the grass really was non-existent in that, and we managed to make 150 bales off of it. Here we are a month later. The days are shorter though, but with the extra grass in this field, I'm hoping we get more than 150, but if we get at least 150, that'll be somewhat worth it for me to cut. These are the kind of dews that we're dealing with right now. Doesn't make for very good hay drying weather, but we don't really have a choice. The dew is taking a very long time to burn off. That's all the blue sky we got right now. There is a slight breeze, which is helping, but we need a lot more. Anyway, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tet it out because there's a lot of dew on it. There's not much here, so I just kind of want to lift it, spread it, and we will probably let it set for like that till Monday. Well, I made it halfway around the field. I've about had it with this tedder. That cylinder right there, that one, I shouldn't be able to move it like that. It's not holding pressure in there, so I start going and that cylinder tilts forward and this whole thing jams in the dirt, and I can't, it won't, yeah, the cylinder won't stay, so I can't set my thing with the crank. I tried locking the hose back there to see if that locks pressure in all the cylinders. I don't really know what to do. I'm just hoping that since it's a light enough crop that maybe if we can get a couple good days of sunshine, I won't even need to ted it. That's really about my only option here. Today was my only day to ted. I won't be here tomorrow, and then it's Sunday and I want it to bale Monday, so if there's anybody out there that knows whether this is a simple fix or not, let me know. Well, the clouds have gone away in an hour and there's a good breeze going, so I think it'll start drying. Today's Friday. It's gonna dry all day today, dry all day Saturday, dry all day Sunday, and we're gonna hopefully rake it up and bale it Monday. That's the plan. I think with all those days, we should get it pretty dry. But there are thicker spots like right here where I wish I maybe could have spread it out a little bit, but there's enough grass in there that I think maybe we'll get away without tedding it. Obviously, this weather right here is not good for drying hay, and we've got a super heavy dew on here. I mean, it is sopping wet on top, and that is not good. Not good at all. All week the weather had been saying, you know, today is going to be another beautiful, sunny, warm, breezy day, and we wake up to complete cloud cover. Yesterday would have been probably the day to bale it, but it was Sunday. I wasn't here, and I really didn't want to bale hay again on a Sunday, and I was counting on today being another perfect day to do it. But unless the sun comes out, it's going to be super tricky. The one thing we do have going for us is we got a really steady breeze going right now, staying anywhere from 10 to 20 mile an hour winds all day, so that'll help dry. But if we could get a few hours of sunshine, that would do enormous amounts of help. It's close. It's trying. Well, there was a tube on there when I started. Clouds have cleared up a little bit and the sun is finally coming out. We got half of this raked. I did kind of a single raking like this, and I'm gonna let it sit for a few hours or so and then we'll rake it again. Still got a really nice stiff breeze, so I think this stuff will get pretty dry. I mean, it's crack-a-lacking. We do have some spots like this that are definitely wet spots. Get all this stuff in a windrow and this wind and the sun and the heat. I think we're actually gonna have some pretty dry hay. I'm coming down with something, I don't know, cold, or I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go take a quick cat nap. The breeze is still blowing hard. Everything is raked up and in rows, and it feels nice and crunchy, so I don't think we're gonna have any problem with this stuff being dry. If anything, it almost feels too dry right now, so I would say probably around 5 or 6 o'clock we'll get to baling. Before we go too far here, I want to check the moistures. If they are anywhere 120. I'm gonna send it. That feels pretty dry, and they, quality wise, they look pretty decent. I think these are gonna be honestly probably sub 15 if I guess correctly here. 23, 22, 24, 20, 19. Well, my guess was wrong, but I'll take that for moisture. Oh, see that? There we go. Yep, sub 15. I'm gonna take that, even if, yeah, there's gonna be some wet spots around here like that, but we're putting the dust on and it should cure fine. That's what I want to see. That makes me happy. And if that's dry, that's acceptable moisture. Even if it's 20, it's still acceptable. That, my friends, makes me happy. That's one wagon. It's not a full one, but it's a wagon. There's a lot of really good hay in here, but there are definitely some wet spots, but we're putting the dust on. I'm hoping that they cure fine. We had the same thing with that alfalfa that we baled a couple weeks ago. It was pretty dry, but there was a lot of inconsistencies as far as wet spots. So this stuff's pretty similar. I'm gonna swap wagons, go get another bag of Silo King, and we're gonna try to knock this stuff out before the sun sets too much. Final count is 149. That is kind of like I didn't want any less than 150 roughly. I needed 150 bales to kind of make it worth doing all this extra work for an extra fourth cutting, and I needed at least 150 bales to make all the extra work worth it. Otherwise, normally, like last year I just did 4 cuttings and we did 240 bales. So to make doing this extra 2 cuttings, like in a 5th cutting worth it, needed 150, kind of cover my costs. That's all right. Still 16 and a half. But hey, I'm happy with that. As far as this might be a little more there. That one's tough to get in. 18, 19. As far as the overall moisture in these fields, kind of all over the place. There's some that are going to be up into the 30s and 40s. It's kind of just spots and flakes. Getting these wagons unloaded and stacked. I got the green wagon, or the first wagon, unloaded here, and now we just got the smaller wagon here. It's not too bad of a stack job because I could just pull the wagon in and toss them right off, but I got to start throwing them up on this stack now because I'm up to head level, so it's going to start getting hard. I'm going to throw the GoPro up. We're going to time lapse it. Hopefully it turns out all right because I've been working at negative pace because I've not been feeling well today, but you got to get the job done. So enjoy.